If you hadn't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the third and final chapter of Notches on the Headboard. Let's get right back into the discussion.
And I could, appreciate the advice he gave me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good advice. That's really, really good advice. And nothing worth having is easy, and it's just you gotta have your mindset that it's work. Love is a verb, it's an action word.
Yes, sir.
It ain't no feeling.
It is.
It is not a feeling.
Yeah, and then I tell people also that you do have to remember that it's also an emotion. It's like anger and sadness and happy. It comes and goes. It literally comes and goes. It's just an emotion.
Yeah.
We let it take up so much of who we are and what we are, because it's such a dominant emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Our whole world is filled with love. We love our parents. We love our kids. We love our siblings. We love, 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 love. So when you're with a partner and you just love them, like you said, just because you love them don't mean you're supposed to be with them.
Mm-hmm.
And the letting go of that is the hard part, and it's where I feel like relationships are doomed, because what we want is, I want somebody to love me enough to never let me go, no matter how hard it gets. Toxic as hell.
As hell.
Toxic as
Very
hell.
toxic, man.
I want
True
you
that.
to love me enough to know that when you've had enough of me and my BS, that you'll leave my ass alone.
Mm-hmm.
Because all we're going to do is stay together and make each other miserable with that whole love me through the hardest parts. Now, I'm not going to just leave just because it get a little tough, but come on now.
Right.
How much is it going to take for you to bring me over the head with the negativity and the toxicity of the relationship before I'm like, you know what? I think I might have a concussion. I might need to walk away. Why does it have to get to that? Like, why does it have to get to that before
yes,
you
right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh man, that's funny. That's funny.
Relationships are the weirdest things to me. It's like, okay, monogamy.
Oh shit.
Oh goddamn. Oh goddamn.
Oh, here we go. Let's go.
It's kind of okay. Just hear me out.
All right, because this is gonna be like the men versus women perspective on healthy relationships. So yeah, let's go.
Yeah, gonna lead into it.
So we, as a people, we like different things.
Mm-hmm.
To be in a monogamous relationship, you are, for one, it's kind of creepy because you pick out a person and you say, that's the person I want for that person, that one. It's like a catalog. Like we're literally a big world of a catalog, of a magazine, and people are thumbing through this world and like, that one, I want that one. It's weird. Y'all gonna tell me it's not weird? Come on now.
Oh,
you know what?
I agree with you 100%.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
I'm in that same boat with you on that one.
In my younger days, I thought that was the business, but in my older years, I'm like, yeah, that is a bit creepy.
It is. It's like creepy, like, I want you for myself always.
Right.
Come on.
My precious.
Yes.
I love my precious.
Exactly. So, like, we are taught that. Like, that's what we're taught. That you're supposed to have one. But the reality of it is you're trying to find one person that fulfills all of your needs impossible for one.
Yeah.
So you go for the one that gets closest to the most. But that means that we still have to be void in some areas. Mm-hmm. Which people are always like, why do you cheat? Why do people cheat? I feel like people cheat because that 6% is a big part of them, even though you're looking at it 6% that they're trying to go without. It's still a big part of them. We're never going to get everything we need out of one person. Although we want the monogamy, we want it. The honest to God truth is if more of us were able to open our mind to something more, people would be a lot happier. Because the mind, it breeds insecurities, which breeds jealousy, which breeds toxicity.
Yes, and
you can't have monogamy without those things. Because at the end of the day, I'm not saying two people can't just be together. It's easy. The problem that we run into as a society is men often look at it as, if my key opens a bunch of locks, I have the master key. But if that lock gets opened by a bunch of keys, it's just a worn out lock. And nobody wants a worn out lock. So it puts us in a box as the lock, that we don't get the fulfillment that we need. However, the key does. So I am going to request it to be a monogamous thing, because I'll be damned if I'm the only one walking around unfulfilled. That's just the bottom line.
Yes. Damn.
I'm just saying. So
wow.
Monogamy is such a thing that is taught, and it's a great thing. If you can live like that and be happy and do that, that's a great life. But to be in a truly productive, happy relationship, then everybody has to be open to what it is and what it isn't. But the biggest thing that I find in monogamy is you look for your happiness in the other person, just solely in that person. It's not that person's job to make you happy.
Oh my God, I don't know how many times I've said that.
True words.
It's your job to make you happy. And the problem is that the person that you're with is not going to like how you're going to make you happy.
Not at all.
They're not going to like it. Guaranteed. No. They're not going to like it.
At all.
That's a problem. That's a problem. Because you making yourself happy is making me unhappy. That shit is not going to fly over here.
Exactly. That shit ain't going to work. So everybody sit down and be long faced. No. Because I done got a taste of happy. And my happy includes you, and him, and her too. That's what my happy includes. So how are we going to sit down and bring this all to the table and let it work for everybody? 9 times out of 10, the man is all for it until he has to share. Because then that's a problem. That is a problem. Men don't want to share their toys, but they want to be shared. I want to be able to see you and her and her and her, but I want, and it's crazy because it's like, I want you to just see me, and I want you to just see me, and I want you to just see me. Yeah. But you cannot possibly make everybody happy, and it's just you. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So you have to throw out those notions about the lock being worn out. Because my daddy said a man can't miss what he can't measure. And last time I checked, you can't measure the treasure. I don't care how long it is.
Hey, like they say, you can't wear it out, son.
You cannot
wear it out. I just wish I could find me a pair of boots like that.
Man, that's so true though. That is so true.
I just feel like it's weird that is what is expected, but the reality of it is, I feel like monogamy is a setup to be unhappy. That's my take on it.
That's Project America though, to me. I mean, because you know a lot of societies came along not being monogamous. So it's like,
Right.
at what point in history did that become a thing, and why is it so taboo to just find your happiness? I mean, it's monogamy is people who are in monogamous relationships that are like truly monogamous, and people who crave monogamous relationships, and people who fantasize about it, they act like it's so damn easy, when it's like, no, it's really not that easy, because at some point you're gonna roll over in the bed and be like, damn, this motherfucker's still here. You're gonna roll over
because we live in this catalog. You are
right.
constantly gonna see other things that catch your attention. Like, it's a constant thing. Like, it's very hard to do. And I'm not gonna lie, it's very hard to do.
And that's why I hate when people say you gotta compromise. Compromise? Do you know what that means? No, wait. Do you know what compromise means? Oh yeah, you gotta make this person blah blah. It's like, no. I have to, or a person literally has to give up something that makes them happy or that they enjoy to pacify somebody else's needs. What am I getting?
The crazy thing is, when you first start out any relationship, you're gonna be monogamous. It's new and it's
right, because it's a new thing. You want to, you want to put your best foot forward. You want to put your tux on, straighten your tie out. You want your train on your dress to be, on point. But at the end of the day, when you sacrifice like that, it's like, I'm giving up something that I like or enjoy to pacify you. But what am I getting in return? And the thing that they're offering in return does not compare to what the hell you gave up.
Right. And then for me, it's the inability to maintain a healthy, happy medium between everybody. For me, that is what makes me be like, I would just rather be in a monogamous relationship, because you can't satisfy me and be happy with me and then try to sneak and do with her, even if you know about her. Like, I know about her, but the way you carry it is foul. So now it's foul for us. Like, it's like you can't find the balance to make it happy here and then make it happy there. There's no balance. So it's just easier to just be like, you know what? Just one is enough. Just one. Hold on one second.
Man.
All right.
What you got on that?
Oh, you wanted my opinion on that?
Of course.
Yeah, what's your opinion?
You was trying to skate through that, wasn't you?
I was.
He was awfully quiet.
I was hoping to skip over that shit. I'll be real with you.
I said it was written all over your face.
Oh man. Ooh.
I don't know why my headphone is not working.
I'll be real about it. My wife is probably gonna cuss me out about it, but
don't look here. Don't
keep
let
it
this
100.
podcast get you in trouble.
I'll keep it 100, and she know on the type that I'll keep it 100. My thing is being in a committed marriage relationship. From the gate, that was our agreement. You're right. That was our agreement. And that's still our agreement to this day.
Relationship. You got to know the nature of it.
But the actuality of it is, knowing what I know now, I think a different course may have been a better course. I can't say better. I'll take better back. I would say a different course may have been in order. Because the thing is, when you're in a committed relationship, it's like like you're saying, you can't depend on the person you're in a marriage with or a relationship, long-term relationship or whatever it is. You can't depend on them to make you happy. And that's
Right.
something I don't do. I don't depend on my wife to make me happy. I know that that's my job. And
Mm-hmm.
me and her both have had that
Sometimes what might make
discussion.
you happy is not gonna jive in that monogamous committed
Right.
relationship.
So a lot of times we've had conversations about, this very topic. And she knows that don't look to me to make you happy. I mean, in the beginning of
Mm-hmm.
the relationship, the first few years, I would say in the last 2 years or so, I pretty much broke that down to her like, babe, I can't fulfill all of your, goddamn happy stars, nigga. Excuse me, my happy stars, Ebony. But anyway, and she pretty much gets it now. It took her a while because she like, that's not what we started off with. But as we've grown older and we've changed over the years, it's come to both our attention that, hey, you're gonna have to look somewhere else to make you happy. I can go all in, but when I go all in and you're telling me it's not enough, then there has to be some other type of adjustment there.
Mm.
So um, again, I feel like I'm happily married. Our relationship is strong. But if I was a single man, I would totally ride that train of I probably have like 4 or 5 girlfriends.
Polyamorous.
4 or 5 girlfriends, and y'all come through or I come through, we do our thing and we keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I would definitely not depend on anyone to make me happy because it's to me it's unrealistic. No
Mm-hmm.
one's gonna love you the way you love you. No one's gonna go out
Right.
their way to make sure that smile comes across your face like you are.
Yeah,
So again, I think it comes down to each individual. You gotta make yourself happy.
I was gonna tell you come look at that.
that's very, very true. Very true.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there because
Okay.
yeah.
So we jump over to the next one. Do American women have less respect for men than women of other cultures?
mm,
Mm.
I'm gonna jump out
say it
there.
again. Say
Do
it again.
American women have less respect for men than women of other cultures?
No,
You don't think so?
it's not less respect. It's just that African American women show their disdain more so than other cultures of women.
Yeah. You know what? I would have to change my thought on that and totally agree with you because um, a lot of women of certain other cultures, they're groomed to be subservient and silent, and you
Mm-hmm.
don't talk back to a man. You do this for a man, you do that, and this, that, and the
Mm-hmm.
other. But um, American women, mainly our women,
Mm-hmm.
especially in more recent years, have been more outspoken and will cut your neck with their tongue and patch it up with their fingernails if you push the right buttons.
Right.
Yeah.
And it is because our mothers and our grandmothers were the subservient women and didn't talk back to their men.
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
people are always saying, I want a woman like my mama, but you're not realizing that your mama, who was raising your sister, was raising her to not deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna find that in the black community because mothers are raising their daughters to know their worth. And the moment that you step out of line, they're gonna snap at you.
Mm-hmm.
But also for me myself, I have I have always been told to respect the man. My
Mm-hmm.
dad always said that. You respect the man, you respect the man. So I am the type that in public I won't say anything, but behind closed doors, machete. I will cut you up behind
Oh
closed doors,
man.
but I will do it respectfully. Like, you're gonna feel like I'm disrespectful because I'm saying something at all. But I'm going to be respectful, as I'm not gonna be like, oh bitch ass this, no, I'll pee this, or you I'm not gonna curse you out, but I'm gonna let you know, hey, this not cool.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
But us as a culture, black women are so quick to be disrespectful to black men because black men are so disrespectful to black women.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can agree with that. Definitely agree with that.
So,
My
can
take
you
on
guys
that
hear me?
is,
Huh?
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, because my headphone died and my other one won't pick up for whatever reason.
Um, my perspective on
There we
that
go.
is, I think it depends on the man and how he carries himself. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Again, you lead off with, letting your woman know there are certain um, things I'm not willing to tolerate, and that's how she should be also. Um, my wife is Bahamian. She was raised in a
Oh.
different culture, so one of those cultures where, you're taught to respect a man. That's not saying that you don't express yourself or, give your opinion, because she would damn sure let me have it, both barrels, and then go back and get the damn machine gun. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
from my experiences of dating American women, I've had good experience and obviously bad experiences. But I think it comes down to, again, uh, one, how that female was raised, and two, what you allow her to do.
Mm-hmm.
What you allow her to get away with. And sometimes females, they just don't know. So you have to,
Right.
explain it to them, and don't, take it the wrong way, that you mean I got to take time out to actually tell you this, like
Hmm.
the way you dressed at the party was inappropriate. But again, it goes back to how that female was raised. She might have been raised, in an environment where a female,
Hmm.
it was just about her comfortability. You know what I'm saying? It
Yep.
wasn't about, so much about how it looked to other people.
Mm-hmm.
But again,
Very
you
much
just have
so.
to be man enough to say, what it is that you find acceptable and what you don't find acceptable. And either she's gonna roll with it
Hmm.
or she's gonna throw that shit out the window. So at
Yep.
that point,
And most of the time, you have to get. I feel like both parties should be teachable.
Mm-hmm.
right.
So I know some guys that don't care what they women go out and be in, and they don't look at it as disrespectful. Whereas some dudes be like, "Have you lost your rabbit mind? What do you have on?"
Oh
You better
man.
go back in that room and rethink that whole situation. You need a nap because that's not gonna fly.
Yeah, you need several naps.
You
Oh man.
must be sleep right now. Must be. And then I know that other guys be like, for example, for me, to go to a party, club, or whatever in a relationship, I feel it's inappropriate to be dancing with another man. I feel it's
Mm-hmm.
disrespectful. Friends of mine who were very much married see no problem with that, and neither did their husband. Literally was like, it's just dancing. Who cares?
What?
But she grinding and then she slow dancing and then you don't have a problem with that? No, I don't have no problem with that. She mine. She coming home to me. So it's just, I think it's just one of those
Mm-hmm.
things that goes to each person is different of what they consider respect or disrespect.
Wow.
Um,
Right.
Black women have been told in songs and by society that she can't depend on her black man
Mm-hmm.
for anything.
Yeah.
So we have respect for Black men who are respectable.
Mm-hmm.
We used to give it solely on the purpose that you are a Black man and you deserve respect because you are the least respected human being walking around.
Right, right.
But Black men have taken that for granted.
Very much so.
So, as women, and in order to protect ourselves, most of us had to build up a hard exterior that comes across as rude and as defiant and defensive. But if we don't have that, walking out into society and dealing with our own Black men, we're going to be in a constant state of sadness because we are bitches and we are hoes and we are jump offs and we are difficult and we are portrayed as less than any other race of women. But in reality, we your mama, your daddy, your best friend, your pastor, your nurse, your doctor, your organ donor. We are everything to a Black man that we are supposed to be, and then some.
Yeah.
We have the burden to be everything and be treated like we're nothing in return. So of course, as a society, we are going to put a chip on our shoulder. Because if we don't, we will die. Literally, emotionally, we will die. Because who's taking care of the Black woman?
Right.
The Black men aren't. Other sisters are not. Because it's, if I help this queen straighten her crown, then she gonna take what I got. Black men are so quick to throw Black women under the bus, but I tell people all the time, when you see a sister like that, do you ever stop to say what got her there?
Right.
What happened to her to get her
Facts.
there? Why
True
is this
facts.
sister bitter? Why does this sister feel like this? You never stop to ask the why. You only point out what it is. You point out the product, but you don't point out how it got to that.
Right.
Right.
And then as Black women who are trying to raise Black men, and 9 times out of 10, a sister's trying to do it on her own. Not because, now I'm gonna say this, sisters, y'all might not like me for it. A lot of you all are out here raising Black men and Black little girls on your own because you're bitter.
Yeah.
You're bitter.
Yep.
And because you're bitter, because he don't want you, you hold that kid as a hostage. That little boy or that little girl is a pawn in your own game of emotional triumph for whatever reason, and y'all need to stop. Just my little PSA, knock it off because you only hurting the baby.
Right.
You only hurting the baby. Stop.
Oh man, yes.
But
I totally agree with that.
Today, I don't feel like we disrespect our men anymore, or hold a lesser amount of respect for our men than any other race. It's just we are quick to show it, whereas other races don't. But at the same token, you don't hear white men talk about white women the way Black men talk about Black women.
That's true.
You don't hear Hispanic men talk about. Our culture is the only culture that talks about their women the way that we are talked about. No other culture does that. So of course, as women, and we hear this, and this is what we hear. I know little girls walking around in some of the meaner parts of the street. They probably thought their name was bitch once they hit 10, because that's what they were being called outside of the home.
Right.
So it's not necessary. Let me sum it up. We respect men, and by that I mean real men, because real men do not disrespect women.
Right.
So if you see a chick flying off the handle and being disrespectful, please believe that brother earned that.
Sure
That's
did.
my 2 cents.
Sure did. I mean, I don't think there's anything I can add to that one because any more to that because you pretty much nailed that to the wall.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty good. Um, my only comment when it comes down to that is again how we were saying, respect is a two-way street, and
Mm-hmm.
each member in that party has to understand that let me treat her the way I like to be treated. Let me treat him the way I like to be treated. And
Mm-hmm.
you can't be scared to walk away from a situation where you aren't being treated the way that you feel you should be.
Right.
I mean, of
Bottom
course,
line.
each situation is different, but um, at the end of the day, you have to look at yourself and be like, is this that person treating me like this, and I'm willing to accept that,
Mm-hmm.
or am I willing to say, you know what, I wish you the best. I'll do my best. You go your way, I go mine.
Yeah. You
That
hit that.
part.
Yeah. Yeah.
More people got to get there, though.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah. So now we rolled into our final segment of this podcast. Do men and women treat their significant other better than they are better if they're of a different ethnicity?
I don't know because I haven't dated outside of my race. I'm going to be honest. For me, I don't. It's a preference. I don't date outside my race because, for one, I do love my black men. But for two, I don't. I don't care how much you love me or how much compassion you have. At the end of the day, you don't have the first clue about what it is to be black in America.
Mm, yeah.
I don't care how much love you say I can explain a situation to you and you can have compassion for me in that, but you don't honestly understand it. You don't
Mm-hmm.
honestly feel it. So I can't connect with you. So I need a black man. At the end of the day, for me, myself personally, I need a black
Mm,
man because when I'm going through something, I feel like only a black man will truly understand
should
because I'm a black
understand.
woman.
Yeah.
Correct. So now, love is love, and I'm all for it. I have biracial grandbabies, and I love them to death. I'll fight a bear about those kids. But for me, myself personally, it's a no. So I don't know if they're treated differently. I don't
Right.
know. Now I have siblings that have dated everything under the sun. They don't care black, green, purple, and I can honestly say that they have treated them all like shit across the board. I'm just
Oh
saying.
man.
I'm just saying. I
Man.
mean, every one of them. I know that middle boy. I have told every one of the females that he's been with, and he's been with a lot of different races. Why do you deal with him? Are you crazy?
I
That boy
love
ain't
him.
shit. Yeah, that boy ain't shit, and his nickname is Doo Doo Girl. He ain't gonna
Oh
change.
man. Oh
So for
man.
me, it's I don't know. Y'all gonna have to take that one because I don't know.
Mm. Um, I have dabbled outside of the my race. Um, I will say that that is not my preference. I'm with you. Love is love. Me personally, I could never treat a woman of a different ethnicity better than a black woman. And I agree with you. You don't know what I'm going through, or you can't understand. You may have dated black men for the bulk of your life. You may have a lot of black friends. or you may have grown up around black people, but for me, and honestly, even though I have dealt with, women of other races, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel safe. I don't feel like they are as nurturing as a black woman could be to me. Um, I don't even think they can fully empathize anything that I would be going through. So I would never treat a woman of a different race better than a black woman unless her race was as close to a black woman as it could be. Mainly, like, I would say a Hispanic woman or uh, a, a Caribbean woman or something like that. But other than that, I just, I and again, love is love. And I generally love all people, but I just can't treat a woman of another race better than a black woman.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My perspective is back when I was single, everything under the sun, I don't give a damn if you green. You finna get it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just my preference right there. I don't give a damn what color you are. My wife is black. Well, I'm not even gonna say black. My wife is ebony. Sorry. Um, but did I treat them differently? No. I had my fun with them. They had their fun with me. Everything's everything. But as far as like saying I treated them better than, an ebony female, to me, I treat everybody the same. Like as long as the
Everybody
relationship,
can get it, huh?
that's it. As long as everybody's, benefiting from the situation, we good. But um, to say when it came down to getting married, would I have married someone outside of my race?
No.
Like you him and harm, but no.
You close, you close. And it's funny because growing up, my mom was so light skinned. I mean, there were so many times where people thought she was white. She just had that look about her. Um, but she was totally against me dating white girls. She just wasn't having that shit. Like, you can have anything else, but don't you bring no white girl here.
She can't use my comb. Don't bring her home. Was
Exactly.
our down south saying.
That was her saying. But
Oh
Yep.
man.
and the flip side of that was she had no problem with one of my sisters dating a white guy.
Oh
And
wow.
I thought that shit
Wow.
was crazy as sin. But um anyway, I guess it was different for her because I was her only son.
I can
Yep.
understand that.
And you
Yep.
know,
But
she
also, it
she
was
like,
different for her because a black man dating outside of his race was dangerous. It was dangerous when she was younger.
yeah, that's true.
Mm.
That's so true. Um, I can't say I ever experienced where someone actually came up to my face talking about why you with her or why she with him or something like that. I can't say I ever experienced that. You would get those looks every now and then, but for the most part, I can truly say I never had that type of confrontation.
Mm.
But I
Hmm.
totally feel like, whatever floats your boat, because at the end of the day, it's about you and what's in your household. And I
Yep.
got no, I got nothing to say about that. I can't tell you how to run
Can't
your
say
household.
nothing.
Pretty
No,
much what you're saying was what you eat don't make me shit.
that's
That's pretty
it.
much.
It,
That's
it
pretty much
damn
what it
sure don't.
is.
Hell no. So,
Oh man, that's funny. That's too
and
funny.
love, you can't stop love. What's meant to
Mm-mm.
be is meant to be. So, if you let color or race, stop you from being with somebody, then that's your loss. But for me, my wife is Ebony. Nah, if I was to get a divorce, knock on wood,
There you
knock
go.
on wood.
Good luck. There you go.
I don't know what I do then. I don't know what I
Where's
do.
she at? I'm tell you right now, I can't stitch you up, partner. I'm gonna look at her, bloop you in the head, though.
Oh man.
Then you say she from over there? You know they beat they men. Don't get out of line. They beat they men over there.
Oh man, that's funny. That is funny.
Well, once again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in with us. Of course, it's always a pleasure to be able to express and share with you some of our experiences. We want to thank the lovely Miss Phoenix for joining us tonight. It was a
It
real
was
pleasure to meet
great.
you, my sister. I
It was
learned a
great.
lot.
Had a blast.
I learned a lot. I really was sitting there taking it in because you definitely are a book of knowledge and wisdom, and that's very
Oh,
rare
thank you.
nowadays. So I take off my hat to you, Queen.
Same to you, King.
And
Appreciate it.
she is going to be the newest addition to the crew. So moving forward, it's going to be the three of us banging them out.
For sure.
We still got some more stuff to bring you. We still got African American history figures segment coming with you. Going to get Phoenix to drop some of them for y'all. Other than that, you know, it was a great podcast, great episode, and hope you enjoy it. Again, send us a message at the link. Follow us on Facebook, The King and I Life Podcast. Shoot us an email at thekingandi369@gmail.com. And Phoenix, you got some closing words?
No, it was great to be here. I love the openness of it. And as far as all you ghouls and goons out there that are listening, we appreciate it.
For sure.
Until next time.